Hey, everyone. It's Thursday, and that means it's time for an all new episode of the Geek Chat. We've got a lot of new number ones: Image, Oni, Marvel, DC, Vertigo. There's another couple in there too, but we got a good show, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, it is time for the Geek Chat on the Experience, your weekly review show. I am Beardy Rich.
I'm Blackbeardy Dez, and we always want to thank you for showing up and hanging out with us, spending time with your friendly bearded geeks. Because you know what, we're here for you. We're here for this community, and as a community, we would love for you to like, share, subscribe, and tell your friends about it. Tell your uncles, tell your aunts. Let your dog know. Your dog probably has an Instagram. Have the dog tune in and watch our show. It really helps the algorithm. So definitely do that. If you want to join too. We would love you to be a part of this group. We are cat, dog, anaconda, parrot, ferret. We are animal friendly here. So please, get them an Instagram, put them on, set the little doggy door and everything, and it's great. We love everybody. So please do that for us. And everyone who's here today, thank you for joining us. Eddie, thank you for being here. Barlord, Phil, we love it. We love you all. Thank you for Zax,
TJ, Kenneth.
Thank you all for being
Kelly.
Here. Maybe not Kelly, but yeah, thank you for being here. And another way for us to say that we love you and we value you as a community, we always have a giveaway. So we're going to be giving away this bloody Punisher #1 cover. Can you believe that?
By Philip Tan.
I know, right? Philip.
I haven't seen. Oh, Barlord, I wanted to read Ted OK, but we didn't. Maybe next week.
Yeah. But yeah.
I like this cover. I really like this cover. I'm shocked that they gave the Punisher a 1 in 25. I mean, Marvel's gimmick covers, but still, it's a really good cover. I love the skull on the axe.
You're bloody. Oh my god! I didn't even realize that was the skull until you said something. I didn't even notice the skull. Okay, yeah.
So hey, Space Case. Hey, Jabroni. Hey, Paul. And Mr. Experience. Spiders are welcome.
Yes,
they are just creatures.
Tarantulas.
No. There was a book this week where spiders were crawling out of a guy's mouth. So I'm going to need a couple of days before I'm okay with spiders again. Okay.
Okay.
I generally don't have a problem with them, but I'm going to need a couple of days.
But they're our friends, and they say hi.
Not when they're coming out of your mouth, Des.
No. It's either that or the back door, so I'll check the mouth. Anyway, happy again that you all are here. Punisher #1. All you have to do is put hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section wherever you're watching, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, the moon. Just do it, and we can send it to you. We might not be able to send it to the moon, but I'll definitely check in with SpaceX and see how they're doing. But
yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a question for Kyle. Kyle, are you okay?
He is referencing the fact that I said, "Is Ted okay? Has my 100% money back guarantee?"
Okay. Well, I just want to make sure, because you know what? You're part of this geeky family, Kyle, and we want to make sure that producer Kyle is okay.
Hey,
last week,
Lyle,
I'm sure it was a lot quieter with Jay here.
It was, but that's fine. We missed you. And we're glad that you're back.
Jay doesn't have a beard, so he doesn't know what he's doing.
We call him.
He has the little
no,
baby.
He cut all that off. He has longish hair now.
Oh.
He has the longest hair, so he's never mind. Oh, okay, everybody. I was gonna say something.
He's still an honorary beardy.
Yeah, he's still an honorary beardy. I was gonna say something, but I was like, I know him that well.
I would like to remind everyone that the FOC date for Superman, Spider-Man, the next Marvel DC crossover, is this Monday. There's another billion covers for it, but go order this book. I'm really excited for it.
Yes.
It's the DC version that we're ordering this week, the DC side of it, publishing
Yes.
side of it. So
The
be
covers are
sure to
looking
get your orders in.
The covers are looking amazing. You have plenty to choose from, and yeah, it's gonna look great. So,
Yes.
alrighty. So, on to our first review of the night, and that is dun, 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 Punisher #1. What? Punisher #1? Can you believe it? We are reviewing.
This is like the 5th new #1 this year. I swear it's not, but it feels like it.
Feels like it.
It really does.
What do you want? Sorry, there's a cat knocking at my door. Come on. And then she runs away. What the hell? Sorry. She's like,
all right, so
she's like, you let me in, and then she runs away. So if you want to come back in, feel free, little girl. All right, sorry, go ahead.
okay, so Benjamin Percy is the writer this time around. Jose Luis Suarez did the art. Oren Jr. did the inking. Frank D'Amata did the color artist. And VC's Corey Pettit did the lettering. And that cover was by
Somebody.
David Marquez.
Hmm.
I had to get the John Tyler Christopher negative space cover.
Oh, wow.
I fell in love with that. I love them. Okay. So we didn't review the Red Band.
No,
but we reviewed the Punisher miniseries written by Palmiotti. That's who we did. So now we got Benjamin Percy, and I feel like this one is set more within the old like Marvel universe because it is more street level. And they actually reference the Red Band, which I'm really happy they did because I did not read it. So they, in one page, they basically recapped everything that happens. So this takes place after the Red Band, which I did not read. So I don't know what's going on with Frank Castle and why he had this thing implanted in his skull that he ripped out. That's basically the gist of the book. And we are also introduced to the main villain.
Which I was happy to see.
Right. I haven't like really gotten into the Punisher's universe in a long time, but I do remember who he was. Hello, Kitty.
Yes. Yeah, so the loaf. Yes. So it was good to see Jigsaw back. It was good to see Jigsaw trying to make a play to become the new Kingpin. Thought that was great. I thought what he did with going and seeing oh my god, little girl, going and seeing Tombstone and taking his territory, although it kind of like poops on that whole crime story thing that we read last year. Remember when
the million piece crime gang war
thing? And so now
war.
Now it's Jigsaw is making a play for it, and then we have like Punisher acting all crazy and stuff. So because his brain is all messed up. And was that microchip? I
think it was supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it was him too. That's why I was like, okay, again, I don't really know that much about the Punisher, so I was not very clear on who was who so far. What I did like about this book is that it was much smaller in tone. He's back to his war on crime, and it was good to see him back street level. Like, now will he be tussling with street level criminals like Daredevil and Spider-Man and other folks? I would love for that to happen. Yes, Kelly, there was a red brand. Sorry,
band.
Red band. That was red brand. Okay, there was a red band.
They come sealed and they're much more bloodier and violent.
Yes, and that was the one that we did not read. But yeah, some much more gruesome stuff happened in that one, and that directly leads into this one. But it was fun seeing Frank in his old outfit and
the van.
Like he does, seeing the van and all of that. So it'll be interesting to see what they're doing with this. Will I read the next one? I don't know. I've always been a fan of the aggressive Punisher who's fighting, the street level Punisher. and fighting, goons and stuff like that. But having said that, sometimes you can kind of come off as a one trick pony. So I don't know if this is enough to make me want to continue to read. I've never been like a diehard Punisher fan. Hey, Super Zax.
I
But what
liked
about
it.
you?
I liked it only for the fact that it was the Punisher. Like it wasn't Franken Punisher. It wasn't the Punisher with super weird demon powers fighting with the hand. It was, it was Frank Castle shooting people, robbers trying to rob a convenience store. It basically was just. I hate to say this, but it's like Benjamin Percy said, "I'm gonna go back to the '80s and just write
Yeah,
a street level Punisher."
yeah,
But then he throws in the weird thing in his head. Like I get you got to have some kind of gimmick to not gimmick. You need some kind of plot device. That's the word, not gimmick. A plot
I
device to
mean,
start. And this head wound thing that he's passing out. Okay, that's how you're gonna get there. I do like the story. It's really weird that Tombstone looks like nothing he's ever looked like. I
yeah.
think the
Well,
artist
he
really
pushed
should
his
have
note up
Googled what
again.
he looked like.
Well, no,
What?
he has the weird sort of like pseudo zombie sort of zombie-ish look, and that has
He,
evolved over time, but I think he took it to the nines with this one,
yeah, he wasn't the traditional
yeah,
Tombstone at all.
yeah,
That
and
kind of
maybe that
bugs
was just
me.
the coloring, and maybe that was just the coloring too of the way he looked a lot different than what I was expecting
Yeah.
when I saw him, but it was good to see Punisher back to being the Punisher, and I think
Yep.
that's what was like refreshing about this. Like, they weren't trying to spin him, they weren't trying to make him, anything more than just this sort of, vengeful guy,
Yeah.
running around. I don't know about you, but I thought him killing the Joker looking, the clown looking guy was kind of funny. I was like, I think that's a dig. That's I think it's a dig. So Kelly,
Yes.
yeah, and that's one of the things. Is this one dimensional? A little bit. I think that they're trying to give him a little bit more depth with the weird thing that's going on in his head, and there's a lot more depth going on with Jigsaw. So both of them are these sort of like broken men who are trying to make sense of their lives right now, and I think that's what they're trying. I think that's what Benjamin Percy's trying to do with these characters. So and it's going to be an interesting power struggle because Jigsaw even says, I'm going to have to face off against the Punisher if I'm going to become the new Kingpin.
Yeah.
And so it just seems like, whereas the Punisher usually has everything ready to go, he's tactical, this and that, and it's like it's been flipped a little bit because now Jigsaw is the one kind of like in control and really kind of making plans. So, and I think that's what makes it a little bit more of an interesting read. So yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't bad.
Alrighty. Next up, we have Brutal Talk. This is the one that Kyle read and Kyle actually liked. Or did you? I don't know. Did you like it, Kyle, or not?
There hasn't been anything that came out from Vertigo since they brought it back that I haven't liked.
Oh, that's good. There you go.
So the writer is Chris Condon. Jacob Phillips did the art and he did that cover. Okay, here we go. Hussein Atsmin El Hua did the lettering. 3 different variant covers, including a Sean Phillips one. And then the connecting that I told you about that we got.
Mm-hmm.
And that is it. So this is The Peril of the Brutal Dark and Ezra Kane Mystery. I have 0 clue who Ezra Kane is.
Same. So, Kyle, if you know any background about this, please let us know, because I don't know if The Brutal Dark is an ongoing or from a book series. I did not do any research about this. So I personally don't know anything about the background of this title or anything like that. You usually have a little bit more, in the tank, if you do or not.
Yeah, no. So the whole thing that I am able to do with this book, I guess, is I don't know if Ezra Kane is a thing from
Oh,
somewhere else either. So I was able to jump into it completely blind, which is not something I often get to do with comic books, right? You
Yeah.
read a Punisher book, you know who Frank Castle is. You read a Constantine book, you know who Constantine is. This is not a character I've ever heard of. So, like, brand new. And this is a book I've been calling Legally Not Constantine because some of these covers look like John Constantine.
Yeah.
And so we got the PDF back at FOC and I read it. And it was one of those, oh, great. This is more of a street level DC book
Mhm.
in that it has the DC sort of supernatural, super dark, super vertigo thing, but it doesn't feel super OP.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about it. I'm interested to see how this develops. And Chris Condon has been on a hot streak, so I'm all about it.
Cool. What did
I
you think, Rich?
well, I just wanted to say I just noticed TJ's comment about Frank. He will soon start unaliving whatever moves.
Oh,
Eh,
hope not.
that's silly. And welcome in, Jay. Good to see you. Yes, so I made it halfway through this book. I will say that the opening pages of this book reminded me of old Vertigo when Vertigo first started. The roughness of the pencils, the heavy inking, even the lettering was very, very old Vertigo to me. I unfortunately am not a fan of this genre, so getting through the first half of this book was like going to the dentist's office and not getting any Novocaine. This book was not for me. That doesn't mean it's not a good book. It just is not at all anything I enjoy reading. That's really the me in this book. So Steve, the line editor, is
While you're looking it up, I have to say that it's I didn't dislike it because I am a fan of mysteries and pulp mysteries and noir type of stuff. Did you find it?
yeah.
Line editor?
So executive editor is Chris Conroy, and the editor of this book was Matthew Levine. So I don't know. I'd have to go back and look at the last couple of Vertigo books to see if the name's the same, but
Mhm.
those are the two editors of this book. So continue. I'm sorry.
No. It was just, but I have to agree with you. At the beginning, it was feeling a little bit more mystical. I was getting a little bit of Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was I don't know. It had that kind of mystical with Hephaestus's anvil and stuff like that. I thought the artwork was very apropos for the type of story they were doing. This kind of pulp mystery novel. But then in the beginning, when they were trying to do the setup of the brutal dark, and it seems to be like it's an organization or some lasting influence or something. I kind of got lost a little bit in it, as it kind of slowed down a bit too much, and I was just like, it didn't hold me, and I don't know what it could have done differently to hold me, maybe, or to hold my attention, because I was really trying hard to like stay in it. I thought the PI that they added was kind of interesting, and then the murders, but overall it just seemed like there wasn't a maybe a clear identity, because at the beginning I thought, okay, we're gonna have a little bit of magic and mystery, but then that was completely gone in the second half of the book, and I was like,
Where'd
you
it
know,
go?
yeah, and I was like, okay, so it was like you were promised, not promised, but you started to get into it for one thing, and then it kind of switches gears on you, and becomes sort of a different kind of genre, and so for that I was a little disappointed. Um, but I do believe though that a lot of these mystery books that are comic books or mystery books or the Agatha Christie or the those pulp novels, I think a lot of those do better when you read them when you read them in one sitting, and you can actually follow the narrative a little bit more closely. And I think a book like this, given what they're trying to do, would be better as a trade. I mean, I'm sorry, it just feels like what they're trying to do as like a mystery might be better in a trade. Yes, Kyle.
So this is a 6-issue mini
Yeah.
that will be, or sorry, Bleeding Hearts is a 6-issue mini that will be back as an ongoing, and the editors on it are different than the editors on Brutal Dark. I don't think they have a line editor on
Oh.
Vertigo right now. I think it's just all being overseen by Marie Javins
Oh,
in
wow.
the interim while they kind of figure out who's going to take the wheel, right?
Mhm.
But what I wanted to do real quick is pop in and show you guys at Comics Pro. They gave us these. So this is the Comics Pro exclusive Brutal
Oh,
Dark
wow.
variant.
Wow.
It's black and white.
Then other things that you may have read, Bleeding Hearts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we reviewed that. I loved it.
And then End of Life #1 is another one that's coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah, we reviewed that last week.
Yep, that one's out.
We've been
And
reviewing
they're
all
adding-
of the ones.
They're adding Nice House.
Oh,
by
Nice
the
House
Sea
on the
from
Sea, yeah.
Tinian
Yeah.
to the Vertigo line. So there's a rumor that Tinian may wind up being your kind of overarching brain trust behind this particular line.
Cool.
Interesting. Cool
Awesome.
little gifts.
Well, yeah.
So
Thank you
Kelly
so much, Kyle.
says, Ezra Kane is a private investigator with a reputation for taking down the chin if that means solving a case. So there's your detective.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it's a detective story, and I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it. It's just the way it flows. It started one way, and I thought there would be a little bit more mysticism, and maybe it'll come later, but
yeah.
it just wasn't there right there. Oh, and thank you, Kyle, for see everybody. Kyle did a face reveal. Isn't that awesome? You probably never knew what he looked like.
So
But,
you know what's really weird? Chris Condon, I swear we reviewed something else by him. I
We
think he's the
probably
writer
have.
of Ultimate Wolverine.
Oh, I can't be like
I like that book.
I don't know. I remember
I like
correctly,
that book.
I was a little harsh on it. So
Well, it's ending. It doesn't matter. So okay. So do we want to do another one?
yeah, let's do another one.
All right. So from Image Comics comes The Phantom of the Opera, issue 1.
Phantom of the
It's
Opera.
actually skybound in Image. Tyler Boss was the writer. Martin Simmons was the artist. Becca Carey did the lettering. And there were a bunch of covers because, Image loves variants now.
Yep. And so the interesting about this one is I keep thinking to myself, okay, so the Universal monsters, the cinematic universe didn't really take off, and so they're like, let's do some comic books instead. And I was like, okay, cool, and I'm sad about that though, because I thought that a Universal monsters universe, or the dark universe, whatever it would have been called, I thought that would have been really, really cool, and I really wish that they would have taken that to comic books and made an actual Universal Monsters comic book line, and made their universe that way, because I think there's a lot of really fun and interesting stuff that you could do with those monsters. And granted, anyone can do that, really, because all those monsters are in public domain. You just can't use anything that would be associated with Universal. So, and I'm sure people have done that before in the past or done something similar, but having the Universal label behind it, I thought would have been really, really good. So that was the first thing I wanted to say. Second thing about this is I have never seen the Universal version of Phantom of the Opera. I have seen pictures of it, and I've seen the one where the woman takes his mask off and he's all, I've seen that picture, and I've seen the Andrew Lloyd Webber Phantom of the Opera. I saw the movie, so I'm well familiar. I saw Phantom of the Paradise, which I thought was fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you should really see it. It is a 70s version of Phantom of the Opera, and it's great. And you should all see it if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, it's great. It's very, very 70s. And so when I read this, I thought, okay, I'm familiar with everything about it. Let's see how this one is going to be. And um, the there were two things that were very interesting about this. Number one was the art. I thought the no Andrew Lloyd Webber music, no synthesizers or anything. Well, the Masquerade is a really great song. Um, the artwork itself is very avant-garde and abstract. It's not as abstract as Sankovitz or even Magnola or any of those other really really I don't want to say avant-garde, but the more I don't know. There's a word that's escaping me about the artwork, but it's very very stylized and very stylistic, and it really comes off in some pages really really beautiful. In other pages, it's kind of like I'm not really sure if they were able to capture um the feel of the moment when Christine is surreal. Yeah, it's very surreal. Sienkiewicz. Yeah, so that's right. I thought whatever. I yes, it's very surreal in some parts, and it's ethereal, and the way that the Phantom is depicted is sort of like this sort of ghost or phantom, and I thought that it really comes off really well when he's there, and when Christine is singing and she's in her all white, and the way that the she's projecting her voice. Yes, little girl, I see you. Projecting her voice is really really noticeable, and you can catch that. Yes, you can catch it when you're reading the book. But other parts, it's just kind of like it comes off kind of flat. It reminds me of some of the old. If you ever read the old Clive Barker Hellraiser books and how the artwork in those books was that kind of like surreal fairy tale almost alike. It kind of reminded me of that. Lots of reds and blacks, and I think that's to juxtapose Christine's like the angelic whiteness of it. So the artwork itself is very interesting to look at. The story though was nothing new, and I think that's the only problem with it is because if you know the Phantom of the Opera story, then you know what's going on, so then you're there for the artwork, I guess. So for that, there was nothing, at least for my opinion, new or interesting about the story itself, but the artwork is definitely where it's at. So I don't know. So I'm of two minds of it. I thought it looked great, but the story was just kind of like, it's Phantom of the Opera. What do you think, Rich? Did you get through it?
So no. I so back in the 80s, there was a mini series with Havoc and Wolverine called Meltdown.
Yep.
And the art was by John J. Muth and Kent Williams. This
Are they the guys
artwork reminded me
of Meltdown? Yeah.
The art really reminded me because I remember when that book came out, I got that first issue and I was just instantly just the art was just gorgeous to me. It was nothing that I had seen in comic books before. Like this was totally new.
Yeah,
that's what this reminded me of.
I remember being so tripped out because like I got the first one. I don't know how I got the first one, and then I wanted to get the other ones, and they were like $10 a pop, and I was like, "Why are they so expensive?"
And I loved how we drew Wolverine's hair with the long points.
He had the Popeye arm and had him like James Dean. It was so cool.
For me, I got to be honest. I agree with you. For me, the best thing about this book was the art.
Yeah.
I just really didn't care about the words on the page. It was pretty pictures to look at. I mean, that basically was it. I saw Phantom of the Opera in Toronto. And
you did?
I did, yeah.
Wow.
And the piano, didn't know anything about it. And we were sitting in the center section where the piano comes down. So seeing, or the the candelabra comes down, and I had that memory flash when that happened in the book,
Yeah.
it instantly brought me to that theater moment. So I guess the memories of the show kind of were more present, and the story here was just very meh.
Yeah.
Very meh.
Yeah.
But the art was gorgeous to look at. I love when they do non-traditional pages.
Yeah.
And yet they still brought in 12 panel pages. Some of the you know what I mean?
Yeah. I like that and I thought that spread at the beginning where she's hung and he's standing up there and the ha is kind of coming down. I thought that whole splash page was really, really cool. And then the one where she finds her voice and it's positioned where he's asking the questions and she's white and like the angles are coming out. So that was really cool. And then the last page where they're embracing and he's almost like a specter. Oh, really good.
So Steve, it was neither. Sebastian Bach was still relevant when I saw it.
Wow.
I was going to ask you if Paul read this.
Yes, he did.
That was my question. I wondered if he read it because I know how he likes this.
Yeah.
Did you like it? Paul, did you like it?
Yes. Let us know, Paul, if you liked it or not. He's on his way to the city to see a show, so he's listening. He's listening on Bart. So.
Awesome.
Yep. So that's my bear in the streets. Alrighty. What's next?
A break?
No, we're not taking a break. We're powering through. We break at 6:30, sir.
All right. Well, I need a drink.
Okay, so while he's getting a drink, before we go on to the next one, if you're just joining us, we always do a giveaway. Kyle, if you could throw up that Punisher #1, that'd be great. So hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section below. This is a 1 in 25 Punisher #1. We liked it, and you probably like it too, or you're probably just gonna hoard it and sell it later on eBay. Whatever, it's yours. I don't know. I don't care. Do what you're gonna do with it. Just as long as Rich doesn't get it. It's all that matters.
Yep. He's looking forward to the rest of the series.
Well, looks like
yes, Kelly, I did go to a musical.
Looks like I'll be getting them now. So put that on my list, my pull list, Rich. I'll be getting them.
Okay.
So
add Phantom of the Opera to Des.
Yeah. Also, put in hashtag Geek Chat, and you can win this fantastic cover by the amazing Philip Tan. It is a 1 in 25, and we want to give it to you. So again, hashtag Geek Chat. Experiences. I like to imagine Rich and Coog at a musical as Statler and Waldorf. Actually, to tell you the truth, I believe that they would be fantastically, quiet, and they would be respectful and watch. Now me and him at a Marvel movie.
I was going to say, wait a minute.
Me and him at a Marvel movie is kind of like that, So it's hilarious.
Kelly does not like what?
I just mean whispering to each other with like smart little quips and things. No, they're the only people who have them, who hear them in a musical.
No, that's us at a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Kelly won't even like to sit near us anymore because we're loud. You more than me. I'm being honest. You more than me.
What? How dare you? Anyway, and during Black History Month, how could you? Next up is Uhura.
I thought that was her first name.
It's her first name, Uhura.
No, it's not.
I thought it was Uhura. What's her first name?
That's not her first name. Her first name is Nyoda.
Oh yeah, Uhura is her last name. That is correct. Yes. So this is Star Trek Deviations, Threads of Destiny. What this is a one-shot in celebration of Black History Month, focusing on Uhura. Who was the creative team behind it, Rich?
So written by Stephanie Williams, art by Gregory Maldonado, inks by Anthony Fowler Jr., colors by Charlie Kirchhoff, and the lettering was done by Jody Troutman. And then, that's it.
Hold on real quick. Get out of there, little girl. Sorry.
What is she doing?
She was getting into a bag. She shouldn't be in a bag. I mean, she probably saw her. She was like right over there, and I'm like, get out of that bag. Sorry, go ahead.
That's it.
Okay. So, what happens when the the crew of the Enterprise goes to a planet, and on that planet they meet a human guy, because they're always humanoids, and they're presented with a mirror back into time. Why is Uhura there? I have no idea. Why is anybody there? Like, why does the captain go on these awake trips? Like, he's the captain. He should be staying. Anyway, that's another thing about Star Trek. Anyway, we got to get Uhura down there because Uhura goes through one of these mirrors and she's transported back to 1967, 68, one of those two. And she sees, what's going on with racism during
63.
63, thank you. Where she meets Martin Luther King, and she gets to see
In North Carolina.
but she gets to see what's going on between the segregation and stuff like that. And so she goes back, and then her first name was Lieutenant. There you go.
It's funny because in the little thing it says in the 23rd century, Lieutenant Nyota Uhura. So yeah, Kelly's correct. Lieutenant's her first name.
Yeah, told you. And so basically, it's basically just an awareness piece in which she, coming from a roughly utopian society, goes back and sees how it was for Black folks before folks got enlightened. Pretty much is basically what it comes down to. You get a few facts about what was happening around that time of the civil rights movement, and even still when she comes, and then like Spock and Kirk, of course, jump in after her, and they meet some white folks, and so they get to see how white folks were back then, and other. Basically, that's what it is. It's just like how could folks from the future, what would be their thoughts around what segregation was like, because they never lived through it and they're centuries removed from it. And that's kind of what this was. And when they all come back, you find out that Uhura had some ancestors who were at the Million Man March, where with Dr. King and all that stuff like that. So that's pretty much what it is. It was a comic book history lesson for the most part. There really was no violence, to say in it, or like there was no like action. I mean, you really were reading this almost like like a history book. Like it was honestly like a history book of what happened, and to educate folks about segregation and the civil rights movement. And that's basically what this book was, and for Black History Month, I thought it was good, and it's another tool to allow people or to show people what it could have, what it was like back then. So that's literally what it was, so on that, I can't say that it was good or bad. Did it deliver its message? I think yes. But that's pretty much what it was. It's no different than when DC or Marvel does a Black History Month kind of thing. This was the same thing. It was just done in the Star Trek universe. So, but yeah, I mean, it was fine if the artwork was nice. It was nice. It was just a nice book overall. I think this is something that you could give to a young, Black or Hispanic or minority who likes Star Trek, and they would get something from it, So I think anyone would too. Like, give it to a little white kid. I don't know. So they might like it too. So what were your thoughts, Rich?
Just what you said. Didn't hate it. The art was very serviceable at times. It's funny because so I am a Wars, not Trek. Oh. So it's funny because my dad watched Star Trek. So I watched it. I knew what it was, but I was more of a Wars kid. Like, I love the toys.
Mm-hmm.
And we just started that new Star Trek TV show. No clue what the name of it is.
Next Generation?
Starfleet Academy.
Oh, Academy. Oh, that's very divisive right now. Paul and I have not started watching it yet.
We watch TV different than a lot of other people. We let things build up.
Yeah, so do I.
Like, we let it get almost done, since there are only 8 episodes now, it seems. So we can watch them one a night. And so we let this build up. I think there's 8 episodes. So we've gone through the first 2. And I ask a lot of questions because Coog also is a huge Star Trek. So in our house, I'm the Wars, he's the Trek. And going through this book, I had no clue who half these people were because they were drawn to kind of look like the characters from the original series. So it's a good thing they did use names because I had no clue who some of these people were.
Yeah.
So the world of Trek is new. It's not new to me, but I don't know a lot about it. So reading this was, okay. It was put out. I'm glad they put it out on the last week of the month, though I don't know if that was good publishing sense. Why not put it out the first week of the month? That way people can read it and then continue word of mouth throughout the whole month. So the choice to put it out the last week was a little odd for me.
But overall it was fine. And yes, yes, Kelly, if you want to know something, I guess if you watch Drunk History, there's an episode with Michelle Nichols, and she talks about being Uhura and how she wanted to leave, but it was Martin Luther King who said she needs to stick with it because she's a role model for like young African American.
Really?
Wow. But the drunk episode is hilarious. It's got Raven Simone as her, and it's just hilarious. It's a really fun episode. You should really watch it if you could see it. I think it's on like Cartoon Network or it's on YouTube. So definitely look at it.
And I know that Captain Kirk likes to get with a lot of different people.
Yeah, first interracial kiss,
and then Jabba the Hutt. That's kind of funny too.
Yeah. All righty. What?
Next up,
we got another strong female, Ursula, and it's a Disney Villains book.
It is, and I had to get the Jay Lee cover just because I love Jay Lee. All right, so writer Sherry L. Smith, artist Gabrielle Bagnoli, letterer is Jeff Eckleberry. The main cover you see there is by Mirka and Dolfo. And then there were, it went to cover P.
I was going to say, don't try and count. We'll be here all night.
Yeah, there's a lot of covers.
A lot of covers.
I will start this one.
Sure.
I love Ursula. She's a villain. She's powerful. Love her. I was really excited to read this because a lot of the Dynamite stuff we're reading I'm really enjoying. A lot of the property stuff that my childhood, our childhood, I should say. So I was really excited to read this. The story did its job. I am very curious as to what she does. So that said, the art was a choice. There were some beautiful pages, and for every beautiful page, there was a not so beautiful page.
A rough page.
And when it comes to panel layouts, I don't know whose choice a lot of this was made. Because I'm just going to show you a page. And so this page is really gorgeous. It's it's one page, but yet someone divided it up into 3 panels. Basically, I don't want to say ruining. Didn't ruin it. It was a choice to put the 3 lines in because it really does take away from the majestic page this is. It's really nice because you see her on her throne and then the people down, praising her. And those 2 lines, it does that throughout the book where they will take a 1 page and just slice it up. It's unnecessary. The one thing I really did not like was the way this artist drew her face. Her face is terrible in pretty much every panel. That was my biggest complaint. The drawing of her, the lead character's face should not be so melty. I that's the one thing that really killed the book for me, was some of these pages just, I don't know. I had a big problem with the art. That was really my biggest draw. The story is just about her sister. She has all these sisters, and they each have different pieces of the
6 of
oceans,
them.
and one is murdered. And she goes to the older sister, like, what are we gonna do? And the older sister's like, we're doing nothing. You're doing it. Goodbye. And I was like, okay. And then you learn that it is King Triton that killed her.
Yeah, a young King.
Yeah. This is definitely before the movie.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know if I'm going to get the second issue. That's how much the art really.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I when the main character is not the main focus of the book, I have a big problem with that.
Okay.
Story wise, I think it was a good story, but the art just no.
Really? I mean, I thought the story was one of the better ones, that I've read from the Disney Villains line.
Same.
And I thought Ursula, I didn't get so much, about the art. I did think that she was a little more svelte than she normally is, and I think that they really softened her up. Her actions, though, I mean, the things that she did were still, and her sisters did, was still kind of like, mean and evil. So they had that going, but they did make her look a lot less gruesome. And they softened her edges up a little bit. So for that, I wish they would have actually kept her a little more menacing. Really, or maybe she's supposed to be a lot younger, and that's why they softened her up a little.
Yes,
bit.
I definitely younger.
Okay, so I think that might have been the reason why some of this, why some of it looks like that. But to tell you the God's honest truth, I actually liked it, and I thought, her fighting, Triton, or what she's going to do in order to gather her strength in order to challenge him, because obviously she loses, but or something happens, because it takes place, it's a prequel, so she doesn't die and he doesn't die, so I'm kind of wondering how they're going to resolve this conflict, since Triton killed one of her sisters. So for that, I don't know. Part of me I'm of two minds. Part of me wants to see what's going on, but most likely what's going to happen is I'm going to get it as a trade. So
yeah,
and I'm wondering if Dynamite is going to do a collected edition of the Disney Villains and like a large trade with all of them. I think that would be kind of cool. But most likely it's probably going to be 1 and 2. Kyle, do you know, or Rich, do you know how long this is going to be? If it's a 4-issue or a 6-issue miniseries? Don't know, Rich?
No clue.
Kyle?
I don't.
I didn't know this was coming out.
Oh, there you go. So,
hey,
so
can you look up Ursula? Does it say how many issues it's going to be? Yeah, his guess is 5. That's usually
probably. 5 or 6. Okay, cool.
I don't know.
Well,
if you enjoy the character, give it a try.
Yeah.
Like I said, the story was very good. For me, I wouldn't consider myself an art snob. I was just very disappointed in the art.
That's fine. Our art is subjective, and that's what happens. So, speaking of art being objective, our next book is Murder Drones by Oni Press.
Written by Wyatt Kennedy, illustrated by Joe Mi Jiang. We'll go with that.
Perfect. Jiang.
Colored by Joanna Lafluente, lettered by Richard Starkings, and Comicraft's Tyler Smith. And there were covers A through H. H being a 1 in 100 variant. I think that is ridiculous. Any retailer that ordered 100 of these, that's all I'm going to say.
Wow.
And then more variants, a few more like Kickstarter variants. Yeah, whatever. All right. So this is Oni. And yeah, I got a different cover. I don't know what cover it is. I just liked it. The best thing about this book is the cover.
Okay, I'll start for this one. So this book, this book,
Yes, Kyle.
yeah.
Does it help your opinions before you get into them to know that this is based on an animated series from Australia that is the single most watched animated adult series on YouTube?
No.
Hundreds of millions of views?
No,
Okay.
no.
It does explain the need for a 1 in 100, though.
Yeah, it does, but after you read it,
I can understand now, Kyle, why you're now that you're saying that it is a cartoon, and it is adult cartoon. Now I can understand why some of the dialogue was the way that it was. It comes off very, very angsty, very young, self-aware, but edgy for the sake of being edgy. It really comes out. The dialogue really comes off like almost like meme language, where it's everything feels like a sound bite. um and the whole premise is this one robot, builds a gun, and she's a service robot. So basically all the organics are gone supposedly, and they're on another planet, and there are hunter robots, and the worker robot is in an area where she's not supposed to be, and she shoots one of the hunter robots, and the hunter robots uh has an error or gets reprogrammed, and they become friends. And so her and the hunter robot have to fight the other hunter robots, and they're cracking wise the whole time. And the way they speak is very it feels like a forced angst for young people who try to talk like old people. I don't know, it's just the language they were using was just very like, I was just very exhausted after reading it because of the way that they were speaking to each other. And like they would say one thing and then say, like, it was like they were pontificating. Like they would say something to the person, and then they'd say to themselves, like, oh, don't worry, I'm gonna go have an existential crisis right now. Or and they'll say something like, oh, it's just my dad being some blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. So there's always this extra like comment to try to like sell what they were doing, and it just kind of got annoying. So I don't know, it's just like the dialogue and everything is just really taken. And maybe it's not for me. And I hate to say if it's like a generational thing or whatnot, but I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And for the people who do get it, more power to you. I hope you enjoy it. But this is not for me. And I thought the artwork was just, it was a little all over the place. I don't know. It just was not for me. This is not for me. No, thank you. No, thank you. So, Rich, how about you, buddy?
it was terrible. This book, I might just use this book to pick up Ruby's poop. Like,
whoa, it wasn't that bad.
This book was not for me.
It was not that bad.
I didn't even make it halfway through this book. The book irritated me to read it.
See,
it was terrible.
Because it was like the conversations they were having felt so tedious, right? It's like
it was terrible. The first page, oh my god.
It just felt really tedious. Like I'm sitting here reading it, and I'm just like, "Oh man!"
It wasn't the first page; it's the third page.
Oh, like did you see it where they were talking to each other, and she's like, she's like, well, I'm gonna go do this, and I'm like, well, she's blah blah blah. And it's just like they're like
Uh-huh.
psychoanalyzing each other, and I'm just like, okay.
It was therapy is fun. Yeah, no, I don't read comic books for therapy.
Oh,
I mean,
and then
comic books
Unknown.
are a good therapy, but this book was not for me.
Unknown is watching the episode 1 right now. Please, Unknown. How long is the episode? I can't imagine. I can only imagine it being like, if it's on YouTube, maybe like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, maybe 10. I can't imagine it being more than 20. So yeah, I would love to hear more about, and again, maybe there's something that is missing from the animation.
26 minutes.
Wow, it is a 30-minute. So geez. So but again, maybe there's something that's missing from the cartoon when it's being transferred to the comic page, because that could happen. Something is lost in the translation. Maybe it needs to be in motion, and you're seeing them work. They're seeing them talking to each other, and the voices in the animation. Maybe it just doesn't work as a static picture with word bubbles, and that could be it. Like, now that I know it's on, and it's on a channel and it's free, maybe I'll go watch it and see what it is. I don't know. So
I don't remember Southern Squadron. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of Southern Squadron. I don't know what that is. I know Squadron Supreme, but they don't sound like Aussies. No kangaroos. But okay, so we're good. Yes, Kyle.
I think what Steve is saying is very accurate about Australian humor, Australian comedy, Australian concept. Like, the video is great. The show is very funny. I don't think I enjoyed it because I had seen the shows, because, if somebody's going to get 79 million views on YouTube, I want to try and steal the idea. But I can't, because this is way more technology than I have. But anyway, I enjoyed it because of that, right? If I had never seen the show, I likely would have struggled to read it.
There you go. So
I think that's a big factor.
Yeah, so I'll have to go read it, and then I'll tell you about it, and I can talk to you about it and see if there's any difference. So I'll definitely do that for you guys, and I'll report back at the beginning of next week's show. But on that note, we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to finish it off with a couple more books. Let's see if Rich actually liked them or not. Probably not, but we'll see.
FOC, a comic industry term for the final day a new comic can be ordered by a local comic shop. So, what does that mean to you? Well, it's your last chance to order a new comic book from your local comic shop. Order up! The FOC show will go over every book that's about to be cut off every Friday afternoon.
I'm going to highlight some of the stuff that I think is really worth paying attention to,
so that you can put in an order at your LCS for as many copies or as many variant covers as you want.
Sometimes the store needs to know to up their orders.
Never miss out on a popular comic again. Order up, part of the experience. Sure, comic books are beautiful, but underneath, there's something more authentic and exciting. The original art. See the pencils, the lines, the shading, as if you were there in the studio watching the artist work. Getting a peek at comics' backstage is easy with the original art experience.
All right, Friday night, guys. Thank you for being here. To be doing anything, the fact that you're here means the world to me.
Nick's pieces are always value priced with your budget in mind, for the beginning collector to the veteran.
And this is gorgeous. You got Aquaman and Mira.
Join the original art experience with Nick and our friendly crew of regulars, even if it's just to enjoy the art. Fridays at 7. It's all part of the experience.
Hey, welcome back. You are watching the Geek Chat on the Experience. I'm Beardy Rich.
And I'm Black Beardy Dales. Nice to see you all. And what are we giving away this week, Rich?
We are giving away Punisher #1, the Philip Tan 1 in 25 cover.
Yes.
That's it.
Yep. All you have to do is put in hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section wherever you're watching, whether that's YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, whatever it is you view your fine internet stuff at, please put it in there, and maybe you could win this. We love giving stuff away. We give something away every week, so please tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your uncle, tell your cats, and have them join in, because we want to grow this community as much as possible. So yes, definitely put hashtag Geek Chat in the comment section, and maybe you can win this. Like I said, join, because we are not the only people who are on this platform trying to grow this community. The experience is very large. We have a lot of really fantastic shows, and here to tell us about them is Kyle, producer Kyle. What can people see? What was that? What was that, Kyle?
We have fantastic shows.
Yes, and which shows are
news to me?
Well,
because I'm on a lot of them, so that can't be true. Anyway. No, I'm kidding.
I was like,
so tomorrow, tomorrow at 1 o'clock we have the FOC show with Matthias and I. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. We will have guest Billy Flake from Coliseum of Comics, who retailers know for writing the FOC notes that are available to every retailer from the Coliseum forum, as well as John Petrie, who is working for a distributor whose name I cannot remember, but he's basically done every job in comics, so he'll be fun to talk to tomorrow on the FOC show. Then Nick will have his art show, and Nancy will have her normal show. Nick's art show is at 7. Nancy's show is at 9. And then tomorrow, Saturday, or not tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's the day after tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
yes.
On Saturday, there's a member of the EXP community who could use a little bit of help financially. So we are going to do a marathon live sale and sell some product to help this person with some financial needs that they need. I will be bringing a great number of modern books, as well as my Comics Pro exclusives, and maybe even some original art to offer up to raise money for this friend of ours. So I don't know what time that's going to be. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know anything because I found out about it just before I went live with Miss Jen. So be following us on social media, and we will let everyone know what is happening. So yeah, fun times, man.
Awesome.
Cool.
So definitely check all those fantastic shows out, even if Kyle's on them. Check them out, and let your friends know.
Do we have Mog and Mel tonight?
We do.
So stay tuned for that as well. And they come on right after us at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7, 8, 9, and 10 o'clock Eastern Time. I had to count. Here I am getting ready to praise Kyle for remembering, and I completely forgot. So definitely stay. I think
the jet lag helped.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
so that Cali time. So, all righty. What do we got next up?
So I don't have a physical copy of this, and I also don't know who wrote or drew it, because
I do.
The PDF does not tell us anything. I chose to pass on this on our FOC, and because I knew I would be able to read the PDF.
She's mad at you. Did you hear her? She was like, meow.
Yeah. So who wrote it?
Keep talking.
All right.
I got to pull it up.
So this is a kind of... What's up, Kyle?
Joe Illich.
Oh.
What was that?
Joe Illidge.
Okay, so the creators, writers are Morgan Hampton, Joseph Eigel, these are the writers, Nicholas Draper Ivy, Stephanie Williams were the writers. The artists were Edwin Gallman, Valentin de Leandro, Fico Ososo.
Osoy? Oh, yeah, I know him. I don't know him, but I mean, I know the...
Stephen Segovia, Carlo Pagulayan, and the inkers were Jason Paz. Colors was Marissa Louise, Ulysses Areola,
Not so easy, is it?
No, Andrew Dollhouse and John Kali's letterer was And World Design, and the letter was And World Design, and there was a bunch of covers for it. So not a bunch. Oh my god, little girl, what are you doing? Just a bunch of covers for it. She's killing me. Anyway, so this is the new history of the DC universe, the Dakota incident, which is really basically what it is it's kind of a retelling of what happened in it's a retelling of what happened to create the Bang Babies in the whole Dakota in the whole Dakota thing, where Static and all them, the milestone history is basically what it did. And how they introduced it was one of Static's nephews in the future was fighting some folks, and then there was like a tear in reality, and his suit had a temporal emergency thing that flung him back into the past, and he actually was seeing the past rewrite itself as he was going back in the past to try to find help from his uncle Static. So that's pretty much what it is, and each story is a different chapter in every major chapter that happened within Dakota to get it to where it is now. That's what each story is, and the bulk of the story basically is an evil industrious created some gas and they used it on rioters in Dakota, and that caused the Bang Babies. It was the Big Bang, the Bang incident, where the Bang Babies were, and then it showed the creation of the Blood Syndicate, Icon and Rocket, Static, and all these different folks. And then you find out that the person who was the industrialist who was a part of it did it on purpose, of course, and where it starts to deviate is that person is killed. And so the government steps in because the person who started it had leverage against Lex Luthor in order to leave Dakota, leave Dakota alone, basically to its own devices. Once that person died, the president wanted to bring Dakota into the fold of the rest of the United States. So they send Amanda Waller sends in the Suicide Squad in order to subdue and or kill all hostiles in there in Dakota. So that starts a big war. All the people in Dakota fight back. Black Tiger, has a change of heart.
Bronze Tiger.
Thank you. Bronze Tiger has a change of heart. Bullseye can't get a shot to kill him, which I understand. Well, that was Deadshot, which I thought was funny because couldn't she just blow his head up? But she never did. So I thought that thing was kind of took me out of it a little bit.
In the original series, I don't think Bronze Tiger had the chip because he was doing it voluntarily.
Oh, I thought he did. I thought he always did.
So that's the original that was born out of Legends. And I thought it was great seeing him again because I loved the original Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see all three of them together. That's just a little interjection. Sorry.
Yeah. No. That's basically, and then basically what it comes down to is they literally sign a what is it? The Sokovia Accord or something like that, in which they won't use their powers in Dakota. And that's kind of what it is. And then Superman, is Lex Luthor's lackey, and they're all like, so basically they put all of the Dakota superheroes on ice until now. The distant cousin from the future comes back, and that brings Static Shock out of quote unquote forced retirement. So supposedly, from this we will be getting a new Static series. We're going to be getting more information or more stuff from the Milestone universe, as this is the catalyst that is going to relaunch the Milestone, though, which a lot of people have pointed out that there was no mention of McDuffie at all in this. No thanks, no anything. So I think it was a bittersweet series. I thought the artwork was good. I thought the story itself was fine. I'm more interested now in what is going to come of this, because if you're going to do a Black History Month kind of thing, this is how you do it. You use it to launch, properties, for, Black people, and that's what this looks like it's doing, which I'm cool with. Like, I'm cool with it. And now it's just up to DC to kind of stay that course and make it happen. To make it happen. So I don't know if they are or not. I haven't seen any solicits for it, so maybe y'all can talk about it. I haven't seen the solicits for it. I don't know. I know a lot of people online are really, really chomping at the bit for some Black characters to get their own series. That's the big thing now, is people are saying, like, it's been so many days and so many years since we've had a Black title, a title featuring a Black character.
What was it I sent to you? I sent you something like that.
Yeah, so I don't know. What was that?
I sent you something about that. I can't remember what it was. A lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you sent me, and I was just like, yeah. The Blurred Without Fear is talking about it. A whole bunch of other people are talking about it right now. So if it's a Catalyst book, if it's a Catalyst book, I wanted to start something. Anything.
Okay, so I really think that, much like IDW with the Star Trek book, why wasn't this put out the first week of this month?
I was gonna say that too. Like, why is I don't know. I think DC dropped the ball on this, and they're dropping the ball on the Milestone universe.
So interesting. Anyway, nowhere on this cover does it say Milestone. That's the first thing.
That it's
nowhere.
They have completely absorbed it into the DC universe. Yeah. It's not Milestone anymore.
Mm-mm. So a couple things. Did we review it? I think we did review it. The Kids All Fight.
Yes.
In that, Static showed up. Remember?
Yep.
And then Static disappeared, and people wondered why Static disappeared.
Because he wasn't in
why
the
he
Titans.
wasn't.
He wasn't in the Titan. He wasn't in that Titans book where they introduced the kids, and I think this is why.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I think that they have larger plans for him, and I don't think it got solicited 2 different times. Wow. Interesting.
Blame the printer. Kyle, blame the printer.
So I think they did have other plans for him. And 2, it's funny that this book, I'm pretty sure Lex Luthor isn't the president in the DC universe.
No, this was in the past. Remember?
Was it?
Yes. So he went through a section, and then there was a jump to now. So it's weird. So that freaked me out a little bit, because that's why at the end you see an older Static. The Static.
Oh, I don't. So sadly, and I brought this up to Coog, I only got the first 32 pages.
Oh, so you didn't see the end.
I don't know how it ends.
So he there is a jump in time to the present day, and that's where he materializes. And he materializes in the front of a restaurant in which Static Shock is there. And Static is a young adult in his like mid-20s. His hair is pulled, he has the dreads, it's all pulled back. And he says something like, something's about to pop off or something like that. And it's him because of the electric charge that he's touching the table with. So no, okay. I think that's why I think they, for whatever reason, they put Static Shock in that Kids All Fight, but it was the young Static. And they're like, no, we're not going to use that version of Static. We're going to use this new version that they did in the New 52. So that's why I think there was a possibility of why there was a little weirdness going on or whatnot. So that's what happened.
And it makes sense now, because Wonder Woman is in her classic costume that I really miss.
Yeah. And so all of this happened during the time when Lex Luthor was president a couple years ago.
That makes sense.
President. So that's when all that happened. And so that's why Static now is going to be a young adult. And so we're gonna see older versions of Hardware, Rocket. I don't think Icon ages, and we're gonna see older versions of the Blood Syndicate. Now, hopefully, I have no idea if this is ever gonna happen. You know how DC is, so my hope is that it happens, but I don't know.
Well, Scott Snyder came out because he's been getting a lot of flack on Twitter because all the new books that DC keeps announcing are no black writers and no black characters. So he actually said there are things coming. I can't say anything now, but there are things coming. So we'll see.
Could you see?
I just want to say, what?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
So I love the Blood Syndicate. I bought that whole series. Brick was my favorite. I loved her. And the I don't remember if I got Hardware and I bought Static. I don't think I ever got Icon's book. Did he have his own book back then?
Yep.
I think he did.
Yep.
But I really enjoyed the Blood Syndicate. I always liked that one.
Yeah. No, what I was saying is it could be like an absolute Static.
That'd be cool.
You know, he's all going out and killing, you know.
I was going to say he'd probably be bad. No, I think he'd still maintain his goodness. I think he would. I think he would fight different.
Yeah.
So there's a real life Wonder Woman.
Well, good for her.
Megan Bane.
What a name, Megan
Bane. Okay, so
last up we got Spider-Man and Venom Death Spiral. So this is the beginning of a Spider-Man event that is happening with because everyone, you know, and their mama have a syndicate have a symbiote. Oh wow.
So I don't have this.
You didn't read it?
I did read it. I read our friend's copy and he picked it up not even a half hour ago. So I don't have the book anymore.
Oh, I can show you. Yeah, I have it. I can pull it up real quick.
I'm gonna say I'll just start my review while you are. A number one is supposed to do many things, and one of the biggest things it's supposed to make you want to do is read the next issue. This book did none of that for me. This book actually made me really happy I'm skipping this Death Spiral because they did nothing to get readers caught up on anything that's happening in this book at all. I stopped reading Spider-Man maybe half a year ago. Like we reviewed something and I was like, I'm done. And I don't really care.
Well, no, we recently reviewed the annual and you're like,
yeah. So Eddie Brock now has the Carnage symbiote.
Yep. Mary Jane.
I knew MJ had Venom. I do not like the gold, weird, giant spider thing on her chest. That made no sense. At least she broke up with Paul, because I know half of Twitter wants him dead.
Yeah.
Dylan is now aged. How did he age so much?
The symbiote.
He was
no.
Is that really it?
No, I don't know. Sorry, I don't know.
Dylan is living with Paul in MJ's apartment. Flash Thompson is back to being anti-Venom.
No. Well, I guess.
I don't know. And then they are going to hook up, or they don't want to hook up. Are there a yes or no? MJ and Flash.
No,
and
they're not going to hook up.
Where's Peter Ben? Ben Reilly has been posing as This book was more confusing to read than helpful, making me want to read.
Well,
this story.
It's too much to go into right now. So the cover artist is Ed McGuinness, which I was very happy about. I love his art. With Marty Garcia doing the colors. The creators were Charles Schulz, Al Ewing, Joe Kelly. The artist was Jesus Siaz, thank you. And the colorist was Matt Hoggingsworth, and the letterer was Joe Caramanga. So yeah, we got a bunch of people, and yeah, and then there's Torment on the front, and he is another symbiote. I'm guessing lots of symbiote stuff happening, or he's a villain of some sort. And then Eddie Brock is trying to control Carnage, but Carnage is kind of doing his own thing because Carnage uses his phone at the end to kind of tell Torment like what's going on, because Torment is going to create a death spiral and kill everyone around Spider-Man and Eddie Brock and all of them in order to create this, I'm assuming, chaos, because they're evil and that's what they do. So there you go. I was not in the slightest interested in reading any more about this. I don't care about the dynamics of Venom. I'm so tired of Venom and Carnage. Like, there are so many other characters that they could focus on that they just don't, and they're refusing to. And I get it. Carnage and Venom sell books, so that's where we're at now. And every so often there's a shakeup. The only thing that I really liked about it was when Peter Parker was checking he was always checking his messages, what I thought was kind of weird. He's checking his messages, and one of the messages from Mary Jane, and Mary Jane says, hey, let's go get lunch or dinner sometime. And he says, soon, MJ. And then he says delete, and he deletes her message. So for me, I was happy because I've always thought that MJ and Peter are much better together than they are apart. And my hope is that they will be getting together. Another really fun thing that I'm hopeful for is I think that Ed McGuinness is going to be doing some art for Spider-Man, so I'm really looking forward to that. But this one, this nah, this ain't it, boys. This ain't it. I don't. Spider-Man can stand on his own without Venom or the symbiotes, and I don't think this forced polycule that they all have right now is annoying, and I don't need it to be this annoying. So I hope to say it. I'm kind of rooting for Torment to kill some of these people off. Like, come on, let's just chop this down. That way
he's not gonna. And yes, Bar-Lord, I would love Paul to be fed to Carnage, but not Dez's Paul.
I would hope not.
Paul with the stupid top knot.
Yeah, that Paul is horrible. So
it was, I'll be honest, guys, it was a rough week for books for me. I was like, how am I going to put on a good show when pretty much every book I read was terrible? It was just not a good book for comics for me. It's fine. Before we were talking, my actual pick of the week this week is Absolute Wonder Woman, because it was just an amazing book.
I haven't read it yet, but I cannot wait to. So
it was so good. So remember, get your orders in for your Superman, Spider-Man crossovers by Monday. We will be doing our giveaway in a little bit. So get your hashtag Geek Chat. Get that in.
Yes, because we're going to be giving away. What are we giving away again? If you can put that on the screen. Yay.
This is the 1 in 25 by
Philip
Tan.
Yeah. Kyle, you were going to say something, sir.
I was just going to tell you something that's going to make you mad.
Oh, gosh. Let's hear it.
One of the things that was talked about at Comics Pro, and it's public now, is the future of Venom. Or as they call him, Venom J. Or Ven MJ. Or Veno MJ. Or when you type it, it looks like you hit the wrong key on your keyboard because the M and the J are close together.
They're having a baby.
It was so hideous looking.
Are you serious?
No. Like,
I was
the trade dress. The trade dress was so hideous looking that I emailed Marvel going, "Hey, is this a misspelling?"
Vem J, like J-Lo.
No, VENOMJ. One word.
God. I like Hydra. I like Hydra Asylum's version.
It's edited by Rich's favorite person.
Are you serious? They're making a new comic and calling it Vem J.
Well, they may just call it Venom, but like the way they were selling it to us was Venom with a J at the end. Venom J.
Venom J.
Yeah,
but
edited by Tom Brevoort.
Oh, cool! There you go. You're
good. He can ruin Spider-Man now, like he's killing the X-Men.
Nope. It'll be Venom.
Now, the other side to this is they announced Symbi, which is the baby symbiote to hang out with Jeff from Here's Jeff. It's
that was the thing that was biting on his
yeah.
head.
Yeah, Symbi is the newest character in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, so they're introducing the symbiote to children.
This is terrible. It's terrible.
Okay, and on that note, we have a conflict to give you. We have to stop it. Like this is too much for me. Like my head is about to Venom Symbi. So it's Symbi and Jeff. Oh my god, no. No. What happened to Miss Lion? Miss Lion was all we needed, people. Seriously. You know, Miss Lion, Lockjaw, the Lockheed. Those are the people that we needed. Symbi. Get out of here with that ish. No. No, I refuse. It's so bad. Just give us a baby all of a sudden. Let's see who's gonna win. John,
congratulations. You won Punisher #1, a book that wasn't terrible.
Yes, and I think you are a new winner, John. Thank you for putting it. Thank you for doing this. So in the description is the link that you can fill out for you to put in your information. That way we can know where to send it to. Also, I think that Kyle's going to put it in the chat. Hopefully he will. If not, just go there, and then we'll be able to send this to you. And thank you so much, everyone, for staying and joining us. We really appreciate it. As always, there are fantastic other programming on the experience you can take a look at. Up next is Mog and Mel. So please stay for them. But if you have to go clear your bladder, do that first. Everyone should be okay. And I care about our community, Rich. But other than that, we will see you next time. Same geeky time, same geeky channel. Alrighty, folks. I'm Dez.
I'm Rich.
And that's Kyle, and we'll see you all later. Bye.